Afternoon, 91.1 Talk City FM, the Big Bad Wrap It Up show with Kingsley and Obi. And I'm here to take you right down till you lie down. The final hour of the show. My co-host has not arrived yet, but he will be here shortly. And we will, keep you all entertained for the rest of the afternoon. A lot of things to talk about. The weather is really gloomy out there. And I hope that everybody is safe on the nation's roadway. Seeing a lot of craziness going on in Tobago. Tobago is very excited right now. We are men who instead of going and look for a little job in Wassa, they rather break in to First Citizen banks, ATM machines and steal. So it's a very exciting times that we are living in, people. And today, the direction that I basically wanted to take the show was more or less in the same veins. I managed to catch Stefan and an ex show from yesterday. And day before yesterday. I managed to catch Stefan an ex show. And I got to hear him talk today about people being annoyed about the narrative or the direction that the show is going on, or how the hosts are basically doing their shows. And I felt like it was very interesting to hear them basically say that and carry on the way that they were feeling. And I have a question to ask. Why is it that when it boils down to PNM talk show presenters, nobody can't tell them anything? You can't call in. You can't voice your opinion. And I was thinking to myself, maybe it ain't no truth to what I was saying until, I decided to take a peep over on the other station. And I've been peeping over there for like about a week now. That is where the journalists and them operate. And I got to notice that UNC callers don't have a voice on that station. You can't call in. If you call in and you try to say anything pro UNC, you get cut off. I even spoke to a friend who used to try to call in there to give her contributions, and they blocked her WhatsApp. So now she cannot call the station at all. And anytime they call, she calls the station from another number. The minute they recognize her voice, they immediately hang up on her, or they blacklist her from making any calls. And my question is why? Why is it that anytime it comes to the PNM political arena, you're not allowed to say anything? You're not allowed to contribute. But on 91.1 Talk City, where we believe in fairness, we just let the PNM call in, they just get a call in and vent, even though Erica called my show until he apologized. But anyway, we just let them call in and vent and free up themselves. And, we just get into a little discourse with them. And, we have a conversation, but on other spaces, you're just not welcome. You're not welcome to speak. You're not welcome to add to the conversation. You're not welcome to add to the narrative. And I find that is so disingenuous. But not only that, you do these things and then you want to come to this platform and complain and vent about the host and the talking points that we are bringing here in this station, whether it be factual, motivational, or with a certain level of intelligence, you all have an issue with the narratives of the talk show hosts when it comes to this program, when it comes to several programs here. And my question is, why? Why is it that when the truth is being spoken, you all become so insanely defensive that you all will try to make somebody lose the job or the opportunity that is given to them? We have had talk show hosts in the past that have sat on stations in media houses for decades on top of decades, and they have said the most when it comes to the United National Congress, when it comes to the talking heads, when it comes to the people in Parliament. And a lot of times, when we try to bring an intelligent argument, it is shut down. Because when you try to have a conversation, an intelligent conversation, with any member of the PNM voter base, the first thing that happens is it always descends into you being disrespected or insulted or belittled. They could never debate. They could never dialogue. They could never discourse. And I always pay attention to that. But my host have arrived, so let me bring him in. Pleasant good afternoon, Kingsley.
Mr. Good evening to you, Obi. And yes, Brazil's one up very early.
What you on, 3 or 4?
I'm 3.
Yeah, you're good to go there.
As I said, Brazil is up very early. 1.
Mm-hmm.
I must apologize for coming a little late. The rain plus
Same with me.
I studying big game today, Brazil, because Brazil is my team. Obi, I support Brazil for 25 years. I support Brazil, and today Neymar is on the field. I don't know if you know is Neymar.
Yeah.
Right. So these people, it's the last Neymar, Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo is the last World Cup. I think that everybody start out good. This World Cup open to be one of the greatest World Cup Obi ever be. So, but I must say good evening to our listeners in the Caribbean, also to the international. I must say good evening to my mentor staff of 91.1 FM. And Obi, yes, you was talking some things.
Yeah. I was talking about why it is that the PNM sycophants, and not only sycophants, but just a large portion of the voter base, when it comes to anything that has to do with debating or discourse or anything of that sort, when it comes to other radio hosts and other programs, they become very angry when certain discussions are being kept. And they become so, disingenuous with the way how they try to deal with the situation, trying to attack your jobs, petty insults.
Nobody.
They try to belittle you.
Nobody ain't get embarrassed more than me on the airwave for calling PNM programs for 10 years. Nobody get that embarrassment at all, like me. And I'm a testify to that. I'm a witness to that. It happened to me. It happened to me. They call me full name on the airwave. They call a job on the airwave. They call who gave me job, who ain't gave me work, who ain't gave me this, who ain't gave me that. My house building, where I have a pool. They did the worst.
You have a pool?
Yeah, they did the worst.
You have a pool?
I have a pool building.
But so with a black man can have a pool?
It a pool in Silat. You know that
I know it a pool in Silat.
Yeah, it have about 4 pool people, 4 pool in Silat. But they try to destroy me politically. So I know about that personally. But when I call it, they try to make me speak for a minute, cut me off. It have talk show hosts used to tape me and send my thing to the minister and to the prime minister and trying to make me get locked up. They tape me. A man say already, a man who's Google say already, I go and say the Prime Minister. I go and send this to the Prime Minister. You lock up. But when he listened to it, or when them listen.
Funny enough, somebody said this, and he clung us up on our video. Yeah.
When the Prime Minister them listen to it, there was nothing for me to get locked up because I always stay focused. I always stay asking the question on the solution. I don't go personal with people, religion. I don't be. Yes, I'm emotional, but when I'm emotional, I know where I'm going when I'm emotional. So it happened to me. I am that person who get
blacklisted and stuff.
Blacklisted on PNM programs. As I told you, days before the election, 2 PNM talk show hosts was on 91.1 FM right here. 2, Sharon Felix, known PNM. She's I think a member, or she is a member of the PNM Women Arms. She sit down on a seat, and known pastor who calls himself Pastor Google. He was doing the evening show from 9 to 12 here. She was doing the morning show right here from 6 to 8, right? And nobody couldn't call here. No UNC cause couldn't call here. Time you call and say hello, time they had the R, boop, they cut you off.
Wow.
Or when you're making a contribution, they try to speak over you. They try to say that. They can't do that. So anybody have a problem with we Obi, they on games. They on games. If it did not know, I want to repeat myself a game. There was 2 PNM talk show hosts here pushing the PNM propaganda, the government agenda at that time. That's what they was doing right here, heading up to the election. So no one should be questioning, because we have the files.
Yeah.
We have the files. No one should be questioned, because most of them too, Obi, PNM talk shows, when they start, people that say what you qualify and what you qualify. Most of them, when they start by the Coquia station,
there are no qualifications.
No qualification.
And that's why I said, because I remember the first time I saw the individual in Parliament and he was bepping on himself, and I asked, what is his qualification to be inside of Parliament?
Yeah, but he was having a badge. Like
yeah, but you see, this is the thing. I don't care, and I want to make this categorically clear, because I don't think people understand me. I don't care about none of them radio hosts or presenters who was here before me, who been talking for decades doing it, and I'll tell you why. Because I am my own. Without 91.1 toxicity, opinion box is still large. I am my own. Unlike you all, who would have depended heavily on PNM giving you corn, I went and I plant my own corn, I cut it, I clean it, and I feed my own fowl. I never had to get handouts from nobody. And the people who gave me handouts, I want to say thank you to the Indo community of Trinidad and Tobago, who was heavily supporting my platform from day one. You see what you all are trying to do to the people who are on this platform now, which is 91.1 Toxicity, people like Stefan and X, people who have been in the same political arena and spaces as you all, just on the other side, by trying to make them lose their jobs, to take livelihood or bread from their mouth, because you can't compete with the political discussions or narratives or education that comes out of this station. I want you all to understand. Anytime you're digging hole, dig two.
Obi, I will tell you this here.
Mm-hmm.
You see the noise? What making outside? I think that no one will make a noise. Once these fellas didn't say nothing, libel or scandal, no one can move us from here.
Well, listen, I'm not worried about him moving, you know.
As Sean Kojo say, it's we time now. Read time now. And
I
how
noticed that post that's real bother you. You
Yeah.
don't like that post at all.
it's read time now. And how them ever want to deal with it.
Yeah.
If they want to listen or they don't want to listen, it is them choice.
We have had a slate, and I said that this morning when I called in. The person who put this team together for here was a genius. And I'll give whoever upper management that credit for that.
I the chairman on the board and management of 91.1
Right.
FM.
The amount of education that has come out of this station within the last year, or especially within the last couple of months, is amazing. I have seen people in the chat saying things that they have never heard, certain stories that we tell, certain levels of education. There's something on this station for everybody, from education to wisdom to knowledge to sarcastic humor to comedy. You have a well-rounded group of individuals that wants nothing but what is best for Trinidad and Tobago. And we all have our different ways of telling it and delivering it to you. You, the people out there, have a mandate to us on this station, which is to call and support us. And you all do that every day. And I want to thank you all for that. Because that is what I wanted this little part of this evening to be first before I started. I wanted to say thank you to every one of you all. I remember the first week here.
I know the boy, your partner.
Who is that? Why you always gave me partner?
Yeah,
That's really my partner?
Yeah, that's partner.
Who is that boy?
Eric. Your partner,
Oh God.
your partner texted me.
Okay.
And he asked your co-host.
Eric asked me no question.
What? No. He said, hey, what I said and what I have to apologize for. That's now. And if he can identify it, let him say on which show I said what that I have to apologize for. And why it is not those other hosts are not calling on me to apologize.
Well, okay. If the other host, and that is what I was saying, everybody has their own style. If the other host don't want to hold you accountable for your statements, I could choose to do that because it bothered me. And the statement that you made was on Stefan and X show, where you were in agreement with what Kareem Marcel said on the podium about Indo-Trinbagonians versus Afro-Trinbagonians. You might not know much about me, Eric, but for the 6 years of the existence of the Opinion Box platform, the number one thing that I've never tolerated on my platform is racism. I've never promoted it. It is the quickest thing that will get you removed from my platform by my admins. They work overtime on that. And that applies to even if I see you in another space that isn't mine, but you're saying something disrespectful and racist. Once I identify you as somebody on my platform, you will be removed. Because I don't live in that world. I live in a predominant Indo community. My children went to Indian schools. They went to, and I'm not ashamed to say it, they went Swaha Arangwes and El Socorro Hindu. And the thing is, when you're a child, racism doesn't exist. All children play together. They entertain each other. They don't know what that is. Racism is something you have to be taught. It has to come from the mouth of an adult. And that is how a child consumes it and recognizes it. And when you have somebody who's supposed to be a shining beacon for his community, somebody who I was expecting to do so much better for his community, standing on a podium and reiterating rhetoric that goes heavily against the man who, if it wasn't for his scholarship, he would not have the opportunity that he has now. And that man's sole purpose was to unite the Afro community and the Indo community. And he has that scholarship. That scholarship brought him to law school and got him to where he is. and he is standing and saying something like that, and you are in agreement with his statement and doubling down on his statement, that tells me that you are somebody that I don't want to interact with. And that is why I said, until you apologize, you're not going to call here. You could call if I'm not here and Kingsley here, but I am not entertaining that. Because somebody has to draw a line in the sand. And if that person has to be me, I will. Because I refuse to live in a world, even if it exists, and I will say this all the time, there are racist people in Trinidad and Tobago, but it's such a small majority that it should never be uttered on podiums to give it that much relevance by anybody. And if you are telling me that you are okay with his statements, then I'm saying it again. You are somebody that I personally need to be very wary of, because you don't have the best interests of hand for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, who is a mix-up society. We love everybody. And one thing about Trinbagonian people, we love everybody else thing more than we own. That is why we are so welcoming to everybody else. Anybody could come here and we would make them welcome. We make them more welcome than we own people. Imagine at Kingsley, all these white people and all these different people who's come Trinidad to do food review and walk from point A to point B. People just run in the house, bring out food, bring out drink, bring out this. And your own people in Trinidad and Tobago, when we walk in the road, nobody bringing out no food, no drink, no nothing. That is how welcoming we are as a people. So you don't get to fly that BS kite over my head. I don't mind you see, pissing on me and telling me it's rain. I went through that a lot. But you see, anytime you could give me the P-Hub finish, right, for the mature people, anytime you feel you could give me the P-Hub finish, I'm not accepting that. I'm just not accepting that. And I think that is how I feel about the host here. The people who might have a problem with the topics that Stefan and X and even myself and Kingsley might bring. The reason why you all have a problem with it is because if it's one thing that my people, and this is Trinidad and Tobago on the whole, hates, is accountability. But when it comes to the PNM voter base, a large majority of you all hate accountability.
And that is the reason why I tell them, everything what my government is doing, I know, Obi, the right people is hearing it.
Yeah.
The right people is seeing it. The right people is feeling it. And so me coming here to bust my brain, try to convince, because I could open the lines now, and what I going to say,
try to change people from PNM school.
Yeah, PNM school, because I could open the lines now. And our listeners here, where I go and say, them know about it.
Yeah.
Them know about it. So why I must go and do a research for PNM people? I feel I don't have the time and the patience. Because if PNM is saying that the economy in good, that is, we know that is a lie. Yeah. But the right people know that our economy are going good.
It's picking up, and definitely.
If it ain't going good, it's picking up, as you now say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's reaching there.
Yep.
Right? So where I coming to convince who? A PNM sycophants?
Yeah. I
come in here to debate a PNM sycophant?
Yeah.
What can I tell somebody who believe in something already to don't understand what they believe in? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. I could bring tears into the eye because they still will have an agenda.
Yeah.
Because they don't like the government. They believe this government mustn't be there.
True.
You understand me? And it facts that, you know, all over the world, because if tomorrow that, God forbid, and will never happen, if the UNC do not succeed in the next 5 years, Obi gone, Kingsley gone, the ground report gone from here.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And all they'll get back all the noisemakers.
And the same PM people coming here.
Yep.
So what is he backing about?
But guess what? The nice thing is, when those same PNM people come here, opinion box will still be big with his thing out there. because I don't have to depend on nobody. You all have to understand that this is not a program for propaganda. We ain't coming here to preach the propaganda of the UNC. We are coming to show you all where the good is taking place, where changes is happening in society. And we are reminding you all what you all enjoyed for the last 10 years and before that too. Because look, I have to make a visit to Sealots. And I don't even want to go. Because it's lower Sealots by the lighthouse. And I don't even want to go. Because I don't shoot a call and I ask the person, I say, boy, where you want to come to see? The man say, boy, Adrian, boy, I don't know if you know somebody you could highlight for we to get a little bathroom facility made. And I told him, I said, a bathroom facility? He said, yeah, boy. I say, wait now. Don't tell me, brother, all is still sticking this PVC in a hole. Still, brother. He said, bro, that is the same thing. It's still there. Now, people, let me tell all you why I'm describing to all you, yeah? In the lower parts of Sealots, when I was a little child, and I talking about 4, 5, 6 years growing up, I would come to Sealots to spend time with my dad. In Sealots, in the bathroom area, the place where people bathe, it's a broken down bathroom with a piece of PVC down inside of a hole. And water comes out of that PVC 24 hours of the day. Very rare water does go. You all want to talk about wasting water? That does waste water. And it comes out. And everybody in the community has a PVC pipe that is shaped like a common L or a capital L. Or it curves to the top. And when you want to bathe, you would see people coming out of their house with a PVC pipe. Sometimes people would even steal your PVC pipe and paint it in another color. But sometimes you see a boy coming out with his PVC pipe and you're gauging him. Because you know when he go with you, you could go and take a bath. And let me tell you what you would do. You'd come out to your house with this PVC pipe and you would stick it in the hole. And then the water now will build up through the PVC pipe and come out through the top. And that is how you make a shower. And you would bathe. That has been there since I was a little child. I'm a full-grown adult. And he's telling me that that is still there. I want you all to understand how long I'm talking about. When I left Sealots, I was probably around 14, 15. That's still there. Same broken down bathroom, same hole in the ground, same hose to plug it with to get water. And that is a die-hard PNM constituency. There is an old bathroom.
Again, Obi, that is nothing. Well, I don't know about your story, but
no, but I'm just telling them about there.
But what I'm saying, Obi, is that is nothing new. A PNM areas, after 6 years, it remain the same way. The same because it have a gentleman living up by me. He's 80 years. And when he talking to us, he said, but everything is the same. 80 years.
80 years, you say.
And I've been living up there. I mean, and I say the same thing. Nothing in change. No roads, no better community. You know what I mean? The place in a mess. Garbage on the street. They just walk outside, pay the garbage in a corner. Not even so nice little box bin where you could go and drop it. Come down the hill, boop. You pay it down on the ground, on the pavement. A truck pass. Yeah. This is the kind of community.
Well, Kingsley, this comes back to what Stefan and X was saying day before yesterday. The question Stefan and them asked that caused all the conflict was, what do black people want?
PNM.
You know, that was the same thing somebody said. Why PNM. You so, boy?
PNM.
Why you so?
PNM.
All you don't have no hope, boy. All you even saying, boy, somebody might want something else. You all just don't have no hope, no belief.
It's me. They go say, listen me, I support a political party because I care that party, what I see care for the country, the people will benefit. I want to benefit. My family have to benefit. That I support a government for.
Right.
Them support a government because a black man there. Obi, I was
Christ.
working at time with a PNM candidate. And a woman about like in she's 70s. If you see that woman house, wood house, it lean in. The man say, oh God, all I want is a PNM jersey. I have a PNM jersey from since. I was a woman that look the MP there. Ask the MP for governor is now. Ask the MP for Pisa.
Kingsley, you're confused with it, you know. She house for her and she asked for a jersey.
A jersey. All she wanted is a jersey. A PNM jersey to put on. All she want is a PNM jersey to put on. So now, when they see you now,
you shut down over brain there.
when they see you now, like me, I know that, okay, it have people supporting political parties for 30 and 40 years. And the children don't have a government job. The house in a mess. The community. How you can support a political party for 30 years? You're fighting. You're cussing for them. Nobody can come and test them. And when they watch a circle, it is a whole mess. It is a whole disgrace. You have nothing to show for 30 to 40 years. Why are you supporting that political party? All you have to show, I went to a PNM school. I went to a PNM school. You know, today, they stops that PNM people, the ministers, the ministers,
well, actually, you're kind of incorrect there. It's a one woman still saying it.
Who's that? The one who think, no, well, after she said, them stop saying it, that's what I'm saying. After she used PNM school and free education, the PNM MPs cannot go on no platform again and say, they get PNM education. They get, because people will point. People is going to point. Yeah, she threw them underneath bus. That's why she tell the fella remove the PNM thing.
Hold on, Kingsley. Let me go to the break, and we gonna come back with that because you're on something there. And I definitely want we to explore that. You're on something there. So let me go to the break. Callers, we're going to have a break quick, and we will be back shortly.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh?
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, I have a bone to pick with you, eh?
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From
vibes on the ends. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no false pretense, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in me head, me live me life like it's no problem. And anybody who fight with me, tell them me only a love for them. That's why I will never ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere I go. I'm a happiness, never ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere I go. I'm a happiness. I smile at day, keep the vibes away, and I smile at day, keep bad vibes away. Tell them I smile at day, keep the vibes away, and I smile at day, keep bad vibes away. That's why I will.
I'm telling
And
you.
we are back,
yes.
folks.
Obi, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Them used to. So, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. No. You go ahead.
Them,
Go whole.
them used to, Obi,
Mm.
tape me, and send it to a former minister local government.
Mm.
He said, tape me and try all out to block me from the airwave,
Mm.
from speaking out. And he couldn't call. But I was saying thing that PNM school, because for years, honestly speaking, Obi, for years we've been hearing that they get free PNM education, and they went to P&M school for years. That's just small, and they live in the community. They get a P&M education. Equilibrium by P&M school. But I ask the question now, where's the P&M school? What school is a P&M school? And what is a P&M education?
Well, okay, let me see Baby Chump can answer.
Chump.
Baby Chump, good
All
afternoon,
right.
bro.
Chump, we just say,
Good afternoon.
Chump,
Listen,
Chump, baby
I
Chump,
don't wanna
baby
be- I
Chump,
don't-
baby Chump. We
Yes,
just say, calling us by calling in before we say that. But go ahead.
Yeah, remember, he's
No,
Chump,
no,
Chump
no.
does do what you
No,
want.
listen, I don't want to take up too much time because I know you have
Yeah.
playway and news
Yeah.
and stuff, so
Go
I'll
ahead,
be
Chump,
quick
go
to the
ahead,
point, okay?
Mm.
But I have a bone to pick with two of you gentlemen. I have
What's
a
that,
bone
man?
to pick with you.
What's
Did
that?
I straight out, right?
Mm.
You all are very ungrateful for the education each of us get, right? And I am going to show you from the history books, from those curriculum, right? I laugh at this serious business, right? From the curriculum that we were raised on, right? Just taking up a little bit from Heavy's earlier program, right? You know my answer to the questions already, right? One, the national flower, Trinidad and Tobago. Two, right? What was the name of the 3 ships when Columbus discovered Trinidad? 3, what did Columbus see when first see? So when he came to Trinidad to name Trinidad, right? Kingsley, you know the first one already. What was the national flower of Trinidad? According to the education that we get.
You play like we name what they know, what they don't
What
know.
you know,
I don't
yeah.
know nothing.
I'll come back and answer you.
Okay,
The
baby
balance,
Chump.
the balance.
Okay.
Oh, no, great.
The Balize is
Right.
the national flower.
Second, what was the name of the 3 ships that Columbus came to Trinidad in?
I'm waiting for your answer, because I don't answer none. What's the answer?
All right, okay, you see? Yeah, there is ungratefulness. I can't answer. Anyway, I go tell you, right? It was called the Pauta de, not España, but the Pauta de Port of Spain South, the Pauta de Port of Spain North, and the Pauta de San Fernando West.
Okay, then, brother.
Thanks, baby
And
Chump.
last but not
Yes,
least, what did he see when he looked to the north of Trinidad, right? To name, what did he see?
Well, he saw the 3 hills.
Nah, you see again.
What?
Stop going through denial
P&M?
for the education that we get. He saw the great house of Ballas.
But go from here, this Saturday, yeah. Go from
Chump,
here.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day, baby Chump.
Call to big bacchanal.
I don't know where the
Yeah,
Chump speaking
just
about.
now, as he citizen, nobody just drop a voice note here. He gave him. Yeah.
Good evening, nobody here.
Great.
So you're talking about the morning show and someone's attempt to cancel it. Make no mistake, that is what is going on here.
Yeah, they're trying to
And make no
cancel the
mistake, cancel culture, as it has existed on the internet over the last 10 years, is terrorism. And is an attack
Yeah.
and an attempt to destroy democracies. Because one of the things that democracies is based on is the ability to speak with each other, to debate with each other openly.
Yeah.
And what cancel culture does is it makes some speech offensive. So that's a key word. And that's what that chap used. The word he used was offensive speech. This is bigger than you think it is. Again, it is an attempt to destroy the free world that is based on free speech. And one of the the anchoring principles is something I like to call sacred cowism. So in societies, we've created these sacred cows, these either people or concepts or topics that you cannot address.
Yeah.
Right? And usually the excuse or the reason is that somehow that group of people have been marginalized and they are now sacred. You can't touch them. You can't discuss them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened on the morning show. A certain group of people was being discussed. And somebody knowing that this concept of sacred cows and that they are a sacred cow, and knowing that this cancel culture thing was designed specifically to destroy any kind of free speech around that topic. Because what Stephen was attempting to do, as I said before, is through free speech to debate, to discuss and debate ideas. Right? The free world is based on the free discussion of ideas. And we even created a place for that called the parliament. But there are forces that are intent on destroying that, so as to destroy the free world. I know I'm going abstract here, but it is exactly what's going on. It's bigger than us here. It may manifest as our own local petty politics, but it's much bigger. And the only cure, the only weapon we can use against this form of terrorism, I consider cancel culture as terrorism. The only thing we can do is to insist that we continue to speak freely. when they have
Come on.
But there's
people
always
who
be
intend to
educated.
silence
Yeah,
us.
but come on, I'm thinking.
So I'm glad that the show
listen,
And
is
I
spread
didn't
about
set
it.
it up to 2
Once we
minutes
keep
already.
speaking,
Hey.
eventually we will win. They
Nah, but
cannot
I
defeat
stay,
us
the
if we
reason why
keep
this Lions
speaking.
don't play is because it's equivalent to a call. Because
Well,
callers
they-
just get
they
2
say-
and 3 minutes.
Good night, fellas, man. Good night, my brothers. You see PNM, and the people them who support PNM is negative people. When they're in position, they ain't saying nothing, they ain't doing nothing, they're fulfilling the finances on the 1% pocket.
Yeah.
When the next party in position, they're finding the world to say. Kingsley, I think it's you, when I called yesterday, was saying the method that Tobago going on, you see people start to plant food, they start to uplift the country then now. Or uplift the food. I don't know the word to say, we get with that. But nevertheless, you know this stakeholder have a problem with it. Before they come up with ideas and say, well, we should do this way or do this way, the first thing you can say is that it can be difficult. This PNM stooge, Curtis Williams, the first thing you say, it will be difficult. How would it be difficult when it have people already know what to do and how to do it? It's just to bring on people and teach them it.
Yeah.
And that's food security for Tobago. So why it is, he sound like he against it. And he's a stakeholder, a businessman.
And
Don't
and,
understand.
and this is back to what Kingsley you're saying, the PNM schooling is like he asks a simple question. What do black people want? And I listen to the show. All day Kingsley, every part I get, I went in and I listened to the show. I almost to the end of it.
I did listen today.
And the thing, no, it wasn't for today. It was the day before yesterday.
Okay.
Right? But the thing that was interesting was exactly what Stefan said. Nobody during the course of the whole show called in and said, what would black people want to get or like to get?
I know answer here. They want PNM or they want nothing else. They want a black man to run the country or a black woman to run the country. They don't want no other race to run the country.
Yeah, but
all they want is PNM. They want nothing. They want a black man to run the country. Every PNM like.
Yeah, I'm about to the mic.
Every PNM want. They love the Balize and they love the God. That's the both. I think
The Balize and the God.
yeah, that's all they love.
Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Kingsley, we still want things the Balize and the Jews.
And now to the Balize.
The juice. He
And
said the
Jews,
juice.
Yeah.
Thanks, caller.
No.
Caller, good afternoon. We lost that one. Go ahead.
No, but that's all. They see now, when they see you uplifting yourself, it's a food African, it's a black liquor, it's a black liquor, and these kind of things. You
Yeah,
understand?
one coming in. Caller, good afternoon.
Kingsley, the member for parliament that your co-host holds a certain standard and said that if the individual call here, he wouldn't respond to it. Now, I have no problem with the statement that he made, right? What about the individual that call a young government that call people rats or they're bipolar? Hold them to the same standard. Hold them to the same principles.
But
Only
okay,
PNM, or they must hold to certain standards and principles, and all they must do what they want and say what they want towards other people. Tabaki does call PNM people maribonda. So
They
nobody
are-
can call other people no name, or they're offended. How that call is possible?
You done?
that was race.
You done?
A MP went on
I
a
agree
political.
with you in the
Are you
statement
done?
that you made in relation to the guy from Lavantis.
Are you done?
I agree with you.
With what?
Right? But I want you to hold other members of your government to the same standard.
Them in speaking race. Oh.
Oh, you hang up. Let me tell you something. For people who don't know, and Eric wanna come to talk accountability, let me give a little history about me. Philip Edward Alexander and I. No. We had it out, you know. So don't feel like I didn't try to hold Philip accountable about certain things that he said. But one thing I can tell you about Philip has never flown close to that racial son. I will sit here and lie on the man. He have a nickname for almost everybody in the government. He's point out.
Just like you.
Yeah, he's point out the feelings of the PNM where the Afro and the Indo community is. But he has never once gone on a podium to address the nation and utter racism on it. So you see that smart with stupidness that Eric now called in the.
No,
that wasn't Eric.
That was what?
Well, he just sung like Eric. like something with all your boy. Like all these sycophants have the same voice. Who was that called in the?
That fella called Rupert.
Oh, well, okay, Rupert. You're gonna. You see that piss on me, you try to piss on me there and tell me, Jirin? Don't do me that.
You know what, they can't compare grapes with race. Grape with apple.
You can't compare grape with race. I like that one. You can't compare grape with race. Right? It's two different things.
Two different things. Grapes more sweeter than race. Right? And because if you call, you know what I mean, use I would call P&M rat. I believe it's a P&M rat.
Call a good afternoon.
Hello and good evening, guys.
Good evening.
And I want to say thank you all for at least having some form of balance in this form of network. I mean, we don't have it in a television series, but at least we have it in the radio, you know.
Now, we are on Facebook and YouTube, so that is the equivalent of television for us.
Yeah, well, we go work with that. We work
PI station.
Oh, okay.
I'm just following along the line there. Do we have a WhatsApp line to this?
Yes.
No?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll play it for you now so you can get the number.
Listen.
All right. Hold on. Keep up a good work, guys.
Okay
then, thank you.
It's so difficult, so we need this program to bring things to reality. Because it's been going on for too long and people are misled in different directions. And it's the people that the ordinary people who look up to and trust, expect them.
Okay, caller. Well, we gotta go. We gotta go to the playway. But you go hear the call.
Sorry, caller. We have to go. The playway's up. Sorry.
The order for a chance. The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh?
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, I have a bone to pick with you.
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Bruh, I have a bone to pick with you.
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
You know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh?
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
The Big Bad Wrap It Up Show with Kingsley and Obi. And we coming back in and we continuing we conversation. Kingsley was basically going in on the P&M schools. You go to P&M school and you're saying that nothing, the person was 80 years old and they say nothing changed up by him.
Nothing changed.
Right?
Nothing changed at all.
No, I'm asking something, Kingsley. And this is something that again in the realm of what Stefan and them was asking. Why do these people who could look around them and see that nothing was done for all these years still vote the way they vote? And is it a case that they've become accustomed to the somewhat degenerative lifestyle, or do they believe? Because let me tell you something. The amount of issues I could point out in that Sealots area from when I used to live there that still exist to this day, right? You had the water thing with the pipe, right? Then they had 2 bathrooms that was just in a mess, mash up. You couldn't use that. So for a very long time, there was a place called the Iron Shed in Sealots. It was behind a market that they used to use as a community center. And the Iron Shed was where you started to go to defecate, you know. You would have to go in this. It was actually an old fish market that had burnt down years, long before I was born. So you would pull this old metal door and you would go in and you would climb up on the window and defecate into the sea. And Kingsley, I could tell you, in 2026, as big as I am now, there are people who are still defecating in the sea in Sealots. They don't have flushable, if it have flushable toilets in Sealots, in that area where I'm talking about Kingsley, it's probably 6 for the most. And the community is bigger than that. And I could tell you, because my family was one of the people that didn't have one. So we used to have to either use Posey or you go by the sea.
So, Obi, when by the sea and empty it out.
I listen, let me tell you something, right? One of the most embarrassing thing as a child,
gosh.
You know when you're small, children will tease you, right? You didn't want to be caught dead as a child coming out or going in the iron shed in Silots, you know. So say sometime boy, fat boy because I was a little fat boy, you know. Fat boy have a hot poop on him. And the iron shed calling my name, boy. And I have a gazette paper in my pocket there. And I fold up the gazette paper small because I don't want nobody to notice I have gazette paper or toilet paper in my hand or in my pocket. And watch now, I passing up and down in the back by the iron shed because guess what? Nothing could piss off fat boy more than when you reach by the iron shed and you're seeing people outside. And here is the sad part, eh? It had a young lady that I did like. And I want to say big up to all the family, Crystal, Nansa, Nika, good people who raised in Silots and made it out of Silots, and they are accomplished people now. But Crystal, you know, I had a little fancy for Crystal. So your boy now, listen, if I have a hot poop and Crystal outside playing because they were living down right by the iron shed day. Watching Kingsley, they are holding that till I turn purple, you know. My stomach burning me. My knees cramping me, my stomach cramping. I dare not go near that iron shed when she outside playing, you know. But from the time I get the coast is clear, is the quickest fat man used to run into that iron shed. And that was life. And fast forward now to 2026, the iron shed has mashed down a little bit from what I was told. But people still defecate in the sea. And we are in 2026. And the reason why the guy is calling me down there is because he's hoping that because if I come and I highlight it, this government would take an interest and go create something for them. And, you know, what he was saying is that in terms of the one PVC hose that has been there for everybody to bathe for years, he would have liked them to put like a shower system. And listen how cheap the guy is saying. He don't even care if they put back PVC, you know. He just want multiple PVCs with a little turn-off valve that they could turn. The little red valve you just have on your toilet and thing. He just wanted with a stop valve to turn and open and close so that multiple showers they could open that with different ones and he could bathe. He not asking them to bring no chrome shower fitting, nothing, you know. He say, bro, if they could just bring PVC, and he say, what we'd appreciate is if when they come to do it, even if they want police to supervise they could give we the work to do it. We go take our small money and we go build up the bathroom, and that we know everybody could come and turn our PVC and get water to bathe. He say it don't have to be nothing fancy, boy. Just something simple. I say, and what about toilet facilities? He say, well, brother, he say as much as I would have liked for them to build a toilet thing for we. He say, boy, some of the people are a bit nasty and they go mash it up. He say, I'll be honest with you. He say, if we do build something like that, somebody got to be in charge to supervise it and then, you know, people might not want to clean. And he say, so I know that toilet thing is a kind of wishful thinking, but he say, but even if we get that too, we thankful. You know, he say, and the market that mash up where Best Village and thing used to keep, he say if they could have put it back up, because now the youths, what they just do is play football in the market because it paved, right? That was it was a paved structure, and that is where all the Best Village and thing used to keep in Silots. But it mashed down some years now, and P&M never fought in the direction to put it back up. And he's telling me that these are simple things. And I tell you, when he tell me, I say, bro, you're lying to me. I say, well, you're still sticking that PVC in that hole to this day. And he's like, yeah, bro, they never come and fix that. So this is why I'm saying, why do these people vote? And I know I keep hearing all they saying, boy, these people voting P&M. They love P&M. But Kingsley, I listen. In every walk of life, there is a dominant animal. And if I have the dominant animal, everything on that food chain with the dominant animal is supposed to be the best.
Let me tell you this, Obi.
Let me hear.
Just compare the two supporters. P&M supporters and UNC supporters. People that say, but it have fanatics UNC too. But I sit back and I observe and I do some research that The PNM sycophant
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to show. The UNC sycophant have everything to show in the community. This is why the UNC fight for the party. When a PNM fighting, they're fighting for the friends, not them friends, the friends, minister friends to benefit. The minister family to benefit. Nothing in the last 63 years. Let me do that. Nothing in the last 10 years. PNM could show what they do for people in Benmont, Silat, Gonzales, Shafford Court, Enterprise, on the train line. They can't show nothing. They call these names Enterprise, on the train line, Lavantil, Silat. When they're back against the wall, they use them as a bait to push the racist agenda. Then people ain't doing nothing for all the MTS. In 2010, in 2015, I was misled bad. Kamala had to go, UNC had to go. Because I was fooled. I was in the PNM.
Don't worry, callers. We go come to all it just now. You take it in? Okay then. Caller, good afternoon.
I was under a PNM cult. Obi, for me to vote UNC, I always say that. I didn't have to bite my voting finger.
Hold on.
I had to bite it.
Caller, good afternoon.
Caller, you're live.
Yeah, one time. I recognize it this time. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
I hope they're paying your bills.
This is a first time caller, but I'm always listening, right? And I just want to say one thing for you. And see who also this is. They have a lot of people in the ghetto that not really comprehensive and really understand what is going on in politics and these things like myself. If I was not listening to you, I would not understand a lot of things that I'm grateful for this, right? Now, we have a lot of situations going on that we cannot explain, and a lot of us can't understand. So what all is teaching people right now is how to go about life and how to understand what is right and what is wrong when it comes to the politicians and the politics, right? We are very grateful for that. A lot of us on the ground, and I'm talking about on the ground, scrubbing the ground, a lot of us on the ground are grateful. So let's understand that what I bring into this.
Caller, let me ask you a question. Which area? Caller, let me ask you a question. Which area are you calling from? Where's your community?
I am calling from over area.
You're calling from Mover area. So let me ask you a question, right? You're born and grew in Mover, right?
Yes.
Has anything in your community truly changed over the...
So, if I was seeing change in my community, I would never be looking for better.
True.
Okay, so let me ask you something because Stefan asked a question and nobody wasn't answering it. So I'm going to ask you, what would you like to see different in your community if this government was able to facilitate it, whether in this term or the next term? What would you love to see change in your community?
I would personally love to see the community centers actually have things going on to the children, to the youth.
Well said, yeah.
I would love to see that parents stop depending on talk and start to really bring up the children in the right way and stop studying the wrong things in life. In the ghetto, the most of us study is brand, goal, and how to please and be better than the neighbors, right?
Yeah.
We need, as people in the ground, to do better as parents. And I would love to see the government come to the ghetto areas, which is Mova, Lavanti, and these places, and really understand what is going on in the ground when it comes to the community centers, when it comes to the children understanding what it is going on in the ghetto. You know, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of bigger people in the ghetto carrying away the youth and them making them believe that brands and all these things is the right way, which is not the right way. So, for me, I would just like to see more communication in the areas of people who on the higher and taller, I don't know how to explain it, right? But people who in higher places come down to us and really talk to the youth
and let the police officers and them come down there and talk to these youths, because a lot of them don't have fathers and don't have mothers who doing the correct thing in this time. You know, so that is my contribution to this.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Kola.
Kola.
Thanks. And you see, which you
Kingsley.
say, no, but which you say they
I had a moment there, you know.
No,
I had to look up in the air. Kingsley, she make tears come on my, you know.
What you say about these community centers, Obi? You know, it's party group had the keys.
Yeah,
in
Kingsley.
In Lavantel, in Beetham.
Sister, you make tears come on my, and that's real hard to do. Let me tell you something, yeah. You know why tears come on my, Kingsley? And you say it right after. What is so hard but to open a community center and just give youth something to do? There is no challenge in opening a community center and giving young people something to do.
The Minister of Homeland Security at time says something about these community centers, and they get kicks. But as I told you, I understand him, man, because they speak in parables, in codes, as an officer. These we have, Obi, I'm telling you, Obi, we do not need no more community centers. Every community you go in, have one. There is a community center. But there's close up. There's no activities. There's nothing is going on there. And if you have to use it, you have to be in a party group, PNM party group number something. Always in this community, there's PNM people, because why government goes, government come, building community centers, and it's locked up. It's not
Kingsley,
active.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to lie, could have been 2018, because, and this is where the keys thing you talk about, this is when I found out about it. It would have been in 2018. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Party groups are the keys.
2018. Okay, just now. Let me take this call first before taking. Caller, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
this is
sir.
Fire. This is Fires here.
Yeah, Fires.
Lavanti Road, Fabo Village, Sawa. Anyway, good program, first of all.
Thank you.
Lavanti Road, Fabo Village, Sawa. The same thing is happening. We don't have a functioning community center. Nothing for the children to do. You understand? And we is PNM forever. Understand? But I am an advocate for truth and justice. And I will keep talking. Once I have an avenue to talk, I will talk and share my views. But that is the situation we face in Sawa Lavanti Road here right now.
Well, brother, let me ask you something. What would you love to see change? Because I know you probably didn't catch Stefan's program when they asked that question. So I'm asking you, what, as a black man, you would love to see change in your community? What betterment you would like to see for them?
Right. First of all, I would like to see the youths get something to do. Job-wise, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Too much of them are idle, right? Too much of them are idle right now in the community, right? I would like to see some programs being run with these youths, and them could get something to do. Most of all, you understand? I would like us to get a functioning community center.
Look who Kingsley,
right?
Watch your cross.
Yes, I like us to get a functioning community center, you understand? And we can move from there, you understand? But I like to see things moving in this area, which is under Ms. Dolly, and nothing is not happening. Understand? So I'm speaking out for the youths, and I'm speaking out for my community.
Thank you,
right?
Kola.
Thank you, Kola.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Kola.
Okay, thanks.
So that Kola from that area there with the
CMSU
former
community
minister,
center
yeah, but
closed.
with the former minister
Of education.
spent 10 years there, and he could say that it have nothing to show. The youths and them still want jobs,
and the community center closed.
And the community centers closed, and this is the problem, Obi.
I try not to get annoyed, you know, because I get annoyed.
That a go back again, PNM do not see about their own. PNM do not like their own community. Only when they out of office, PNM love the community. Only when they're not in power, they talk about Lavantel, Beetham, and see that. They don't care about these areas and them. They like all these areas and them remain stumble in the road, no good roads, no good drainage, grass growing on the lamppost. Government, they love that. They love to have these people. So, and they're trying to keep these people on them one way. Because we take back, Paul.
Pleasant good afternoon, brother Barkpo. What's going on, bro?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good
You know, it's so sad to hear what it is people will be asking for in this day and age, in this country with the kind of money passed through this country.
Yep.
The basic of the basics, you know.
Yeah, boy.
You know, that just tell you how far behind.
Center, you know.
That just to tell you how far behind we are as a developed country. Let me give all you an example how dangerous and how oppressive the PNM government was. All you could remember about, let me say, 25 years ago, from the DB roundabout, where we just call the Polari factory now, right? DB in Pinal. From there, driving down into that old road, heading to Pinal and going to Siparia. All I could remember about 25 years ago. Yeah. When you drive in that road.
No, I don't. I'm back. I don't know for down there.
Go ahead, I listen to you.
I've tongue. Right. Well, let me explain something earlier. Now, that was one of the most rural communities. When people hear you from Barakpur, they laugh at you because they look at some oily coconut oil head Indian with dotation and with education and thing. Now, when rain set up, you can go even think about heading down that area because Cascade all side the road, all in the middle of the road and all kind of thing. Flood. All you only seen is people house underwater on both sides. It had one road and both sides had big canals and lagoon and cane. And when I tell you, when you look at that, you're looking at some rural community in India or some kind of place like that. Go today and drive from Davy roundabout to head on Siparia now and tell me what you see.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
No. Every property, both sides of the road, with the same cascade who used to be swimming on the road now, our lot of land is about $1 million there.
Big and houses, development is going on. Things is happening.
And every house is a business going on there.
Yep.
And these people, them was never supported or represented by the government, the PNM government. They do that on their own. And compare now to C-lots and beta. Well, here were people asking for in this community that was always funded and supported and give their life, blood and sweat and tears for the PNM government for years upon years upon years for a community center. You understand what we're talking about here? I to tell you how these people was kept in so much oppression that they cannot see that how a community center supposed to be something that they didn't supposed to be asking for.
Yeah.
What them supposed to be asking is some technology outreach program that the children could go and do AI now and walk in normal. That is where they're supposed to be right now, asking for that. Not a community center to go and learn to sew or to cut, make cake or some kind of thing. You understand what we're talking about? And people can't picture this. One other point. Let me tell you something. We is one of the countries in the world that is the longest in the energy sector, which is oil and gas and the thing. We miss our opportunity in the sense that every citizen in this country should have some sort of involvement in the oil and gas sector where they could leave this country and go anywhere in the world and get a job. For how much years? Let me tell you, you'd rather be no specialist to work offshore, to be in the oil and gas. All you just need is about a 6 months training. And they could have used that to train people and to have workers from Trinidad and Tobago all over the world that now starting up. We had the offshore industry. We had Petrotrin, we had Trintok, we had Amoco, we had all these things. We had the whole of Point Lisas. But you know, the PNM used that as a political tool and suppress the people. Today, every time you see like it have a shift change, we're supposed to see Trinidadians leaving this country by the thousands and heading to North Sea, Saudi Arabia, all the Middle East and thing to work a little 2 months and come back with US money in their pocket.
Yeah.
Yes, people do that. You know what they choose to do? To send people to pick apple and get bite with jetless and all kind of dotishness for small money and work like slave in these farms and them. That's what they do to the popular. Send you on cruise ship to serve for tips.
Yeah.
That's what them do to Trinidad and Tobago. People don't understand that, you know. Look, I outside right now. And from the time I go into my interview and tell them I work in the oil industry for over 28 years, you know, they hire me without even asking me for
They do ask no
qualification.
question.
In a top position I work in right now here, you know.
Understand.
People don't understand what PNM do to this country, boy, and the people, boy. Have a good afternoon, gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
Take care, man.
Let me tell you something. You see that community center thing, Kingsley? I was trying to tell you, in 2018, I would have went to Williamsville. And I remember seeing Williamsville Community Center for the first time, Kingsley. Kingsley, the thing was covered from head to toe with bush. It had industrial grade air conditioned units, industrial grade water tank and everything hook up. Everything hook up. And it covered from head to toe with bush. And I remember asking a friend of mine, I was like, Gil, how come all the community center like that? And you know what she explained to me? Same keys back and all, you know. She said when UNC in government, the keys just be in a UNC person hand. And she said that community center, she said that is when that is open real plenty.
No, I tell you, these political
She
parties...
said they just real use it.
And to be fair, you're building... Government go OB again. You burn our community centers because UNC build community centers, PNB community centers. But the same AI thing you're talking about, you could open a community center and teach you AI.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Right there. You don't have to go no big school. You know what I mean? You pay some professionals to come there in the communities where they train after school. They go there, they get some evening lessons, some evening classes. So a community center is very important in a community. It's very important.
Listen, Kingsley, I telling you, they weren't using it. And because they wasn't using it, right? Because they wasn't using it, the community center started to waste away. People started to complain about it. The keys ended up in the PNM hand when the government changed, right? And because of that, what do you think it went on? The woman who was calling the keys wouldn't let the people in the community use it once it's Indo people that want to use the community center. So because the keys was kept away, the community center just get overrun, right? 3 weeks ago, could be 3 or 4 weeks ago, my friend called me and you know what she told me? She said, Adrian, when you come down here, you go feel shock. I said, where's that? She said, look, they're cleaning up the community center and they're getting ready to open it back. So for 10 years, Williamsville Community Center was closed because PNM held on to the keys and refused to let the community use it. And now you have somebody else there and they're cleaning up the community center to put it back in use. Imagine that. Caller, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. It's me, Aji. And that, for the last caller, right? I hear you saying that we asking for community centers and things. Them not understand the kind of oppression we was under. That is not, we not even able, if only bringing something like that to the community, the children would not understand. They have to start them from scratch. Or not understanding what is going on in these areas and then with these youth, them how done. And I've been playing how done they are. Or they're not seeing what is be taking place, or I guess, or they're not living in the areas to understand what is going on. What I am saying is that the community centers need to be open for the children to be able to have somewhere to go to understand life other than home, because a lot of them is not understanding at home. I am not saying that parents, that people that to take over the job of parents, you know, but they done there already. So what it is we're supposed to do, we need it. We need it every single day. We see what is going on in these areas, and it is hurtful.
Yeah.
You understand? I am a mother myself. I had to stop do certain things. and catch myself and realize I have to be a mother to my children and not just look for money to feed them because I was lost in them on the streets. You understand? Not everybody have that understanding. I was able to understand that due to being around certain people who was being parents to their children. Right? So all you have to understand that being on the ground is different than talking about the ground.
Yeah.
You understand? You have to actually be able to see these youth, and I'm talking about children, 9 and 10 years old, smoking weed and being holster. You understand? So all let's try and come to the communities and see what is I talking about. Coming in middle of the night, when parents are supposed to be there with the train and sit on the outside with fellas to smoke and to drink a beer 9 years old. Come and see what I'm talking about and then tell me we don't need a community center. So you have a blessed night and everybody, and again, Obi and all that. Thanks very much for all of you. I'm not educated book-wise, but I am not stupid. I have common sense, right?
Thanks.
And listen to all, I have learned a lot and opened my eyes a lot. And I am supporting the UNC government full 100. Have a blessed night.
And you know, me and Obi agree that we need a community centers.
Yeah,
it's a very important thing. You know what I mean? Don't get no also Mr.
How Barcott talk.
That is how Mr. Barcott
The reason why he's not saying that all they don't need
needed
community centers.
Yeah,
but what he's saying too is that the community centers is not enough. They need to bring
Oh God, Barcott. I don't want to Barcott. Barcott don't respond.
Barcott
don't respond now, please.
Hold on. I'll go to a break.
I'm call back.
Right? I'll go to a break and we'll be back shortly, people.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11.
Bruh, you know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh?
You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11.
Yeah, people, and we are back.
Oh yes.
And
Obi, before you go to Obi, I know because Obi, I know if you see the drama what take place in Tobago.
yeah, I was talking about it first. That is how I started the show.
Obi, a man take a barco.
But you know they imitating a robbery that was done in the States, right?
Some in States in England.
But they just did it more stupidly.
Yeah. So wait now. Did them get the machine or they didn't go with the money?
Well,
Because
it
to
looked
me-
like they pick up two bag. I saw like it looked like the two bag thing, right? But let me tell you, I wonder if I should say this on air, boy. Anyway, whatever, go with it.
But
Kingsley, if it was me, it was me. Just use the barcode to just crush the ATM machine and you get access to the money. The money not gonna rip up or burst or break.
Yeah.
You know, just crush it. Anyway, let me take back Paul quick.
Yeah. I mean, some voice note was made.
Yeah. Yeah,
Back
Paul, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you see how English is like, you have to take your time and explain things to people and things. I never said that nobody didn't supposed to be asking for a community center. What I try to explain is that the type of resources that was squandered in this country, all these things supposed to already be there for the people to benefit from it, and even more. That's what I'm trying to say. So at this time now, after so many years of neglect, then we asking for community. Yes, we have to ask for the community. I totally support asking for a community center in your community. But these were things supposed to be already there ancient days now. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I don't want nobody to misinterpret me and say that, oh, I don't know. And let me tell you something. If anybody know about starting from the bottom and where what the lady was trying to say, let me tell you something. I live it.
Yeah.
I know it. I eat it. I breathe it. I sleep it. So nobody can come and try to say that, you know, it's only when you're in debt then you know it and all this kind of thing. Let me tell you something. I give people stories in this country that sit down and they cry blood. You understand? But you know, I don't let them things hold me back. I don't let no shackles keep me in one place and look to blame all the systems all the time. I think because everybody, once you get up in the morning, you have 24 hours facing you.
Okay.
You could either sit down and talk about systemic what and this and that and thing and continue right there, or you could decide, you see me, I'm going to get up and do something about that. You understand? So don't misinterpret me and think that I am saying that, you know, they did deserve a community center. They deserve more than that. And
Okay,
today, we're supposed to be far more where we ask for getting what we're asking for now. Just remember a man built Leah asset a school to get abandoned in this country.
Yeah.
You know? Have a good afternoon,
Yes.
gentlemen.
Yes. I mean, I play the two voices.
Yeah, let's play the voice note. So we are Miss Hall.
Good evening, Kingsley and Obi. Obi, Mova is a very big place. It hardly have businesses in Mova, much less on the Eastern Main Road. You know, it don't even have a drugstore. It used to, but it don't have any. I would like to see the Mova Health Center have a drive-in for pharmaceutical, you know, and instead of if they could add extra shift to utilize the health center, like all in the night, we could close it up till about 11 o'clock in the night, you know, in case somebody's sick, you know, get sick or something, they could go straight in the center right there for emergency, you know, instead of that, go in town or Mount Mova is a very big place. They could utilize that center in a better way, you know. That is what I would like to see taking place in Mova, that we wouldn't have to leave Mova to get something when we could get it right here in Mova, you know.
Maria Natasha Santana, always locked on. Good night.
Yeah, I guess.
And pleasant good night to all the people on the Facebook and YouTube.
Obi, if what you saying there is true, and 2026 are still going on. These people don't see a lot on these Porters Primera have to be crazy to still think about P&M in this timing, boy. Them have to forget about P&M. But one thing I believe, and I could be wrong, you see, anytime the UNC control a zone,
I don't know him, but he's
they're going to put 1,000% focus on them already and build them out. I don't know why these people just give them a chance. Just give them one chance and see how their life could change. But then again, some of them accept that, and I believe that is how life is. But I'm listening.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah, somebody tell me Obi why you're encouraging, because I want to say about the ATM. But yeah, they were just copying a robbery that they saw in the States. And,
No,
and
my
that's
mother,
what it was.
now big question about when I watch, it's a whole movie, you know.
Yeah.
A man put a Batman clothes, you know. You see Batman?
Yeah, you see how much time the back almost kill him?
Yeah. tell me, he slept because
he fall like all kind of thing.
He's seen millions, you know. Imagine imagine if they did not full up the ATM.
Yeah. I wish the ATM had nothing in it. That's what I opened for. Caller, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Kingsley. Good day. All right. Seminar, my contribution, the lady who called earlier on, I love her contribution.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, we are hearing you very clear.
The lady who called, I know she maybe make a little mistake, but you know what she says about the youth?
Yeah,
how they're smoking and drinking and thing, and I don't think she make a bad contribution.
No. Her contribution was spot on.
Yeah, it was well said.
To all the callers, when somebody made their contribution, please don't condemn. Everybody have their right to their opinion.
Yeah.
Right? And I love the program. Continue, and all have a best evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, that is why PNM was so terrified of Christmas list being in the country, you know. You see, Christmas list was highlighting the reality. Let me tell you something. You see, if Christmas list had done what he did around the time of elections, PNM would have lost all the seats. They'd have lost all. PNM mandate is to hide things from the educated voter base. Not the ones not the sycophants. They know the sycophants will vote for them either way. You see the educated voter base that is capable of critical thought? PNM tries to hide things from those communities because they don't want nobody to know about it. You see what that young lady called in and talk about 10-year-olds smoking? Let me tell you something. When I was on the polls, that was a normal thing I used to see. Things have gotten so hard in Trinidad and Tobago that gone are the days where you used to have mommy and daddy at home, and mommy at home and daddy goes to work and brings back home the bread and mommy survives. Nowadays, you have a lot of homes that have single mothers. You have homes that have single fathers. You have homes that have both parents, but both parents aren't at home because in order to make ends meet, both parents have to go out there to work. And when we make the comparison between the black man and the Indian man in this country, people get mad. But let me tell you what I see in my community and why they excel. In the Indo community, most of the time, there's always an auntie, a grandma, or an uncle who willing to throw the eye on the little grandchild. Right? Why mommy and daddy at work. And they would pass on the education and the studies and everything from what they did for their children. They pass it on to their grands. In our community, we have grandparents that do that also, but they're not in the majority. And in some cases, if you don't give grandma or grandpa a little dust, they ain't watching your child. Because grandma and grandpa catching them then too. Because grandma and grandpa was religiously voting PNM all their life and nothing has changed. So, in the ghetto communities, you have mommy and daddy out there working. And the only person who becomes your child's friend, unless you are extremely stern as a parent and make sure your child don't come outside at all, and you give them a little tablet and a little game and thing to keep them inside, the man on the block becomes your child's friend. The man on the block will give your child something to eat because if you buy a bucket of KFC, your child might get a piece of chicken until you reach home. The man on the block, he will give your child, he seen your child growing up. And this is why I thank God that I never ever gave my children didn't know about brands. They didn't know about brands till later in their life because I always felt like that was something we pump into the black community when they're small. And I can't heavy to say don't tell my story, so I ain't gonna tell it. But let me tell you something. It's at one point in time, I remember making one of my niece cry because of that, you know. Because let me tell you something. From the time the child born, before they buy Infamil and cereal for the child, you know what they're watching online? A baby Jordan. You know what's the cost of a baby Jordan? A baby Jordan starting from $300, $400, and $500, and they want that for the child foot. It have parents who put the child in every single Jordan that ever come out from the age of newborn to 10. But guess what? The child have the latest school shoes on. The latest Jordan. He ain't missing a Jordan when it drop. But ask him how much textbook he have in his bag.
But Obi, you come here. I like Jordan. You know.
I've never worn one.
No, as a big man, so I can afford a Jordan, but I like.
I've never worn one.
But when you're saying it's shoot.
And you see, that is why Stefan was talking about financial literacy, which is something I have teach my son. You know what I love? I love Converse. You see a Converse for $200? Love that, right? It have a site on Facebook. They just get defect Converse, like Converse that have a little defect on it. So I just buy them out from them. I like Converse. $200. I get a pair of shoes. They just have it on a special. You pay $300 and you get 2 pairs, right? And I teach them financial literacy. My understanding, Kingsley, I could never walk into a store and pay $1,500 for sneakers. I have more sense than that.
Obi, time short, but the lady make a statement about the health centers. And
that's a good contribution.
No, about the health center, right? If I mistaken and if I seen anything wrong here, I calling anybody to correct me. But under the UNC government, there was a policy for community centers to remain open.
And work on a shift system. I don't know what happened to that when.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
In 2015, when Rowdy come in power, he cut it off. He said too much money for health. That is most. How you gonna say that?
Kingsley, you lie.
Yes, he cut it off. That money wasting. So now you have to wait for when you could just jump in a car or walk down, ride down the road. United now you have to leave wherever hour to go by a hospital.
Are you serious?
It's by Carnage, Kamala Bella Health Center. One of the best health center by the police station right there. By the fire station right there. It's one of the best health center.
Yes, it's very modern.
Down on that side there. You know they ain't taking care of that. Because Kamala built it. The boardwalk. You know for 10 years PNM made a boardwalk mash up. They ain't paying the railings at all. Macquip. What the UNC did they and come back and do it again. The PNM leave it undone. In them areas. It's not inside the UNC areas like we said at time that the UNC built a folk up school. But in them areas where the boardwalk is a place where people used to go, nice place, when they finish, but they didn't take care of it. They didn't keep up the space.
And they let it run down. And not only that, they let CDA put the prices of the little boots and things so high. That nobody can rent it anymore. So now it does just be open, people just going on out. That beach had nothing going on it, and that beach could be a major tourist alignment spot in the night.
We went back 20 years backwards under the PNM. They could say what they want, we went back, We didn't went forward, Obi, we went back. Because I'm telling you this, Obi, I love Macquip. Macquip is my beach. If I'm going Macquip, I'm going over the hills. Over the hills mean Maracas, Las Cuevas. Right? I love Las Cuevas beach. I don't be on Maracas. Las Cuevas or Bandish is Tarico. They're my two beach. Tarico or Las Cuevas. I love that beach. Maracas, I don't like Maracas. But it's close by, as you know, right? And I love Macquip. At the building. I doesn't study how the water deep and them kind of thing there. Or the place where ship and them to come from submarine. Obi, I love to go Macquip. And when you're coming in Macquip, the UNC open a park. A children park before they go in Macquip. You know for tennis, the Camille all them who was minister, they shut down that. Well, a park where the children could come in and they go to play while the family building on the beach. And that was in them area. So, Obi, I don't want to hear them. I want to say this as I close. It's we time now. And all you have to deal with it. All you have to deal with all the talk show hosts here. And tell for 15, 30 years. Because we're coming out of power. We're not coming out of power. All you have to deal with it is we time now. So you can run left, you can run right, you can run around. It's we time now. And all you have to deal with it. We have to deal with we here on 91.1 FM every single day. And you have to deal with the government because it has the facts. So I am out. Do have a good day, listeners, and thank you very much.
Now remember, people
who on the live tube
make
and Facebook.
Remember, you cannot become a first world nation with a third world mentality. Make a better version of yourself every day. And to that old dirty stink mule on the chat,
Game one.
hold something.
Game one.
When the headlines settle, when the noise dies down, there's only